Last weekend, my family decided to enter the annual neighborhood baking contest. It's a pretty big deal around here, think Great British Bake Off, but with more passive-aggressive comments and fewer Hollywood handshakes. My little brother, Jake, volunteered to help, which really just means he hovered around the kitchen, occasionally licking the mixing spoon and asking if we could add gummy bears to everything. All seemed normal, except for the fact that Jake kept wandering off to his room, returning with suspiciously white powder on his shirt and a grin that screamed, "I'm up to something." Fast forward to baking day, the kitchen was a floury war zone. The recipe was simple, Grandma's classic banana bread. I measured, Jake poured, and together we made what looked like a textbook perfect batter. Only, as I mixed, I noticed the texture was off. It was thicker than usual, like I was trying to stir wet cement with a toothpick. Maybe the bananas were extra ripe? Jake shrugged, already munching on the leftover chocolate chips and looking way too pleased with himself. The real horror set in at the contest. The judges took their first bite and immediately reached for their water glasses, coughing like they had just swallowed a scoop of cinnamon. My loaf, which should have been fluffy and golden brown, weighed about as much as a small dumbbell and seemed to absorb all moisture within a 3-foot radius. One judge, a retired Navy SEAL, tried to slice it and bent his fork. By now, Jake was doubled over with laughter, and I started to piece things together. Turns out, Jake had swapped all the flour with protein powder as a prank because he thought it would make our banana bread jacked. So, while I hoped my bread would rise in the oven, the only thing that actually rose was my anxiety, and possibly the neighborhood's collective cholesterol. On the bright side, if you ever want to bench press your breakfast, you know who to call.